Thank you.
Solid.
Done.
Hey, bro. Yo, what up? Ro Akin, The Few Worldwide, Ro Ski. I'm here with
Greg, Mike.
I've been a fan of this guy forever. In Atlanta, Georgia, my man has been taking over, but we can forget about that because I've seen you online anyway. Like, you've been traveling, you've been doing all kind of stuff. But just as a fan, bro, like, where do you get your style from? Like, when you started painting, when you started dressing, like, was there someone or something that inspired you initially, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think originally growing up just like skateboarding and being involved in that culture and graffiti, you know, always fell in love with those graphics, you know what I mean, on the bottom of skate decks.
Yeah.
And then obviously like album art. I mean, I used to love album art growing up. Looking at records and seeing that stuff. I mean, I'm a big fan of music, you know, I DJ, it's a big part of my life, my creative process. So I'm constantly like involved in that world, so it does inspire me a lot, you know. Obviously rocking the Grateful Dead bootleg shirt. Just saw them in the Sphere in Vegas.
I was like a big like Dipset fan, right?
Yeah.
Was there like someone or something or a group necessarily that like was like, yo, what the fuck, like Wu-Tang, bitch? Like, was there something like that?
I mean, hands down, obviously Outkast for me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I grew up.
We're in Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm not from Atlanta originally, but I lived in South Florida for a long period of time.
Okay.
And I was from up north, and I feel like when I was down there, that's when I got introduced to more like Southern music, Southern rap music. Fell in love with like Outkast. Remember, I used to have like these big like subwoofers in my house, in my bedroom. My mom would be like, "What the hell?" Just banging Wheels of Steel.
Yeah.
I mean, they always had the ill artwork as well. You know, like the album covers were so different. But yeah, I mean, still always inspired by all that.
Bro, your pieces are so unique though. Like when I see your shit anywhere, I just know I'm like, yo, that's Greg Mike's work. Like my girl's here, and we were walking around, and she's like, Greg Mike. I'm like, that's his shit right there. Yeah. Like pointing at, and it's just a random piece, and it was like I couldn't see your name or anything like that. I just knew like that's Greg Mike.
Yeah.
What about that? Like, where did you get those line work? Because your lines are so bold. Like, it's just.
Yeah. Well, I went to school and studied graphic design, so I think a lot of that like comes from like that illustration background of like trying to paint things that almost look like they're printed. Okay. You know, it's a big thing for me. I'm very like, I always grew up loving like German design, and like a lot of that stuff is like very clean, you know, very like sharp lines. You know what I mean? And then you mix that with like the graffiti style, where it's like everything's got its cutbacks and like, you know, everything's like super balanced. And so it's a little bit of a mix of all that, where it's like, you know, for me, color's very powerful, I think, where it's like you can really bring some like energy with pieces depending on the colors you use. And then, you know, just the characters, I think, are just inspired by like obviously looking at old school cartoons and comics, and like growing up and just sitting in front of the TV when my mom was busy, and she'd be like, all right, sit down and just, you know, watch cartoons for hours and don't bother me. And I think that just all kind of like went into the brain, mixed together, and then that's where my style is, you know.
Was there ever a hump though, like in your creativity? Was there ever like a hump that you had to get over, and how did you get over that?
I feel like there's always humps because you're always constantly trying to, you know, push, you know, forward, move the goalpost. So it's like you're constantly like, I'll always like set these like finish lines, and then I'll get there, and then after it's like, all right, what's next? I mean, like creatively, like I mean, you don't want to get stale, and like, you know, as much as like I get bored creating my work, I want to make sure that like even, you know, the fans, people that are interested in the work are, you know, inspired as well. So it's like you're constantly trying to like push yourself. Whether it's like, all right, have I ever painted this before? Let me try that. Have I ever done this? Because I feel like it's easy to get in those ruts where you get like just kind of complacent.
You do a lot of shit. You don't get burnt out, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of ADD and psycho when it comes to work. Like, you know, it's all I do. It's all I think about, but it's how I'm programmed. It's like, you know.
You make beats?
I used to a little bit. I mean, I DJ a lot, and, you know, but.
DJs make the best beats, bro.
Yeah, I need to get back into it, but like I keep. Like the other day, I almost like, I was about to download like, you know, Logic and Ableton, whatever. And I'm like, shit, if I open this door, I'm like, fuck, I know how I am. Like, I'm not going to get any art done.
Because I ain't talking to Greg in a minute. Where's he at?
So it's like, that's the problem, where it's like, I want to, I love it. You know, it's such a part of me, but I'm like, I just know like once you open that door, I'm not going to put out any whack shit. So I'm like, I'm going to go all the way in, and then I'm going to get sucked in. So, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
It's like an honor for
I'm
you.
glad we can chop it up. Likewise.
Oh,
all right.
bitches.
See you. Peace.
Yeah.